The Kenosha Police Department has now put out the body cam footage. It confirms the NBC producer told the associate producer to follow the Rittenhouse jury. The media lie and lie and lie. They are so damn corrupt, and they are so damn ideological. They call, as somebody pointed out the other day, and I give them credit if I could remember, but it doesn't matter. They call the parents domestic terrorists. You have to call what is literally the domestic terrorist hotline if you think you're being threatened by a parent, of course. On the other hand, this guy, Brooks, who murders 6 people by driving into a crowd, you're not allowed to call him a domestic terrorist, according to these other channels. It's unbelievable. But let's take a look at this. NBC caught in another lie. Go.
Shit, got an iPad. Are you from Wisconsin, sir?
No.
Huh?
No.
Where you from?
Atlanta.
Atlanta? Okay, all right.
I mean, Dunwoody's my official, but I flew up from Atlanta.
You flew up. What's significance of you being here?
I work for NBC.
For NBC?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a reporter? Producer? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Stop. So he works for NBC, and he's a producer, not a jobber. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. So were you following a vehicle?
I was trying to see, I was being called by New York going, maybe these are people you need to follow, but I don't know. I was trying to...
You trying to what?
Just do what they told me to do.
He was trying to do what NBC in New York told him to do, which is follow the bus with the jurors. Now think about that. Think about what a bunch of liars they are at NBC. Go ahead.
New York told you to follow a vehicle?
Yes.
Your offices in New York or what?
That's right.
How did they know about this vehicle?
I mean, it was discreet. I wasn't like, going to talk to anybody or anything. Just trying to find a location. That's all.
So,
he's been told to follow.
He was told to follow somebody. He's told to follow this vehicle from his offices in New York.
What office?
It's the NBC office in New York. Mm-hmm. Do you have the person who called you and told you to do this?
Yeah.
You want to give me his information real quick?
Give me the call.
Sure.
So we got news media telling them to follow unmarked vehicles.
That's what it sounds like.
Hey, by the way, this cop's pretty good. So he found out in what, a minute or two? This guy's with NBC. He's a producer. He was told to follow the vehicle by New York. He asked who in New York. Do you know the name of the person? Yes. Can you call the person? Yes. That's a lot. Go.
Talk to you.
This is Officer Jones, Kenosha Police. We're trying to figure out what's going on here, why you have a reporter or a producer following vehicles out here.
By the way, the name appears to be Irene Byron on there, if I can read properly. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm going to put you on speakerphone because you're connected to this car. Now, can you go again?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Hi, officer. My name is Irene. I'm a booking producer with NBC News.
Uh-huh.
We were just trying to respectfully, just trying to see if it's possible to find any leads about the case, and so we were just keeping our distance, just to see like where people involved in the trial are positioned. By no means were we trying to get in contact with any of them.
All right, let's stop here. So let's regroup very succinctly. So yes, NBC New York directed one of their producers to follow the bus. You can hear how she's mumbling around. We weren't going to interview anybody, but they wanted to know where they were going. And that, of course, is a disaster because that could endanger these jurors, or they could feel threatened, or God knows what. So then what was the purpose of NBC sending a producer to follow that bus? Now, remember, everything you're hearing here was denied essentially by NBC, so they lied. Go ahead.
The jury members or whoever's in the car, we just were trying to see like where key players in the trial may be at.
Trying to see where key players in the trial may be at. First of all, she's illiterate. But secondly, why would you need to find out where key players in the trial are at? This is a jury. Yeah, I'd say they're key players. So that has, that's not rational. So obviously they wanted to find out where these people were and get some interviews. Or have somebody eventually, subsequently, follow up and get some interviews, find out who they are and so forth. Why else would they be doing this? Just to chase a bus? Just because they want to know where people are at? In other words, where the people are. So, or where the people are staying would actually be better. But anyway, it's NBC. We don't expect very much from them. But isn't that amazing? They're caught in a complete lie. They haven't put out another statement since. They tried to distance themselves from this guy in the car, threw him under the bus, like he's, oh, yeah, don't worry about him. You know, he's this. And what about that officer? Pretty professional, pretty sharp dude, isn't he? And that's a small town. He got a lot of information. And I'm glad the Kenosha Police Department put this information out, because now we know, and I like the body cams, don't you? Because more times than not, it demonstrates the police officers are doing their jobs and doing them well.
For more, sign up for LevinTV.